Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead Cande Roth. We will get up to about 43 and sunshine today, but as you are getting out of your house this morning, sending kids to the bus stop, there are freezing temperatures. There will be some ice on the ground, maybe on the windshield. You know, that snow that fell late yesterday, early afternoon, late afternoon, has frozen over a little. So just be careful when you're getting out there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How was your weekend, Cande? Let's do a nice recap.
My
What
weekend, I
happened?
spent a lot of time home because I was doing a bunch of stuff. And then yesterday I was, whatever, and didn't really feel like going out in all the mush.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. I saw Barbie. I liked it. But it was so funny because Brian started watching it with me and he's like, "What is this? What is this? What?" I said, "Didn't you ever play Barbie and Ken?" He goes, I don't think so. Who would make a movie like that?"
Yeah, that is a movie. Barbie really encapsulates America, right?
Ah,
Barbie makes $1 billion, goes berserk because America doesn't want to think. They just want their old 80s,
his
things they grew up with.
reactions were so funny. He said,
Yeah.
I got to leave the room. He goes, "If there was nothing else on television ever again, I'd never watch TV." It was pretty funny.
Well,
It was good. It
right.
wasn't great, but it definitely, like, I'm a girl. I loved Barbies. So that was extra. So for guys, maybe they don't really have that, but I don't know what to say.
So two things on that. The first is I saw maybe a week or two ago, I watched about a half hour of it with Elijah. He's seen it a few times, but I watched about a
Oh,
half hour of it. And I was like, maybe I'll finish it. I went to bed. I had no desire to jump back in. But the second part of that story is that now you see why last weekend, when you told me you were about to watch Barbie, and I said, no, you need to watch Maestro. You see why I told you to watch
and
Maestro,
I
right?
want to thank you again.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, because you really steered me in the right direction. I'm not kidding. And now that I actually know 100% what you were meaning, you are 100,000% correct.
Yeah, well, you have to actually use your brain for one, and the other one is nonsense, even though it was popular. I
Right.
get it. So you had a decent weekend. You watched your Giants. How about that yesterday?
How about that? A nice surprise, a nice ending. Sterling Shepard, I guess, is retiring. They did a big thing where they were all hugging him and trying to get him in there to do whatever. And likewise for Saquon Barkley, who we probably won't see as a Giant again. So, yeah, it was a good way to go out after a year of, oh my goodness, just a year. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and Saquon may be back, may not, but he had a couple of touchdowns, and I did not see any of the game. I was out at tennis with Leah while the Giants and Eagles were on, but I was happy for you. They ended, and,
Yeah, they
you know,
ended well. And the Jets
hmm
had to play. I think they also won. Am I crazy? Did I see
no,
that
they
correctly?
They did. For two teams that had horrible seasons, they ended, as good as you could have hoped for on the final weekend.
Now, I
So,
don't know what happened to the Eagles, and now they're going into the playoffs, but they better wake up.
yeah, they have a little bit of an issue the last few weeks for sure. They go play Tampa next week, which they have a shot to win. So we'll see, but they got to go on the road to Tampa Bay, and we'll see. But the playoffs start, this coming Saturday. The
Yeah,
NFL. Yeah,
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
that time of year again.
gonna be very very busy. Yeah. So good. You had a nice. I got a picture. I've been begging for a picture of your granddaughter because now that you've been FaceTiming, you don't get as many pictures from them.
No, and I sent you a video, and I sent you a picture, so I'm trying to keep up with you.
The video was so cute. You could see Maeve was up to no good. I don't know what she
Oh,
was doing.
so cute.
Yeah.
She was trying to put both her legs in the little corner of the couch where the floor, you could see the floor. It's not quite, you know,
Mm-hmm.
And her mom didn't want her to do that, obviously, and she was gonna do it. And while we were FaceTiming, Jackie, picked her up and was holding her, and she was growling, like to get back to it. She was like,
Of course. And
hilarious.
I saw a beautiful picture of her in her snowsuit out playing in the snow. Was this her first snow, or did she have one last year? I forget.
I don't remember how much snow we got last year. You have to remember she was 3 months old in December of last year. This was up in Monroe, where Jackie's parents live. They went to see them because we didn't get to celebrate the holidays with them because Casey had COVID. So they were up there, and that's where the picture came from. They got a lot of snow up there.
I should send you the picture. At some point when I have a moment, I'll find it. Amy, my sister, sent me a picture of herself at about Maeve's, maybe a little older than Maeve actually, but in
Oh,
the same thing back when she was a kid out in the snow. Because as soon as my father saw the picture of Maeve in the snow, he texted the group chat and said, "Amy, don't you have a picture just like that from when you were a kid?"
oh, you've got
Yeah,
to send it to me.
I will send it to you. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
See, you're sparking these floods of
Love it.
memories.
Good. I'm doing good on the planet. There's no question. I
Oh,
love this sort of thing. I have got to find some pictures of myself, frankly, from that age as well. I got to see Amy. So send that along as fast as you can.
yeah, no, absolutely. I will I'll do that when we break.
And
You
I
can
saw a photo of Elijah getting ready to go play out in the snow. He looked very cute. And then I'm thinking, you did get snow. I wasn't sure if Long Island was gonna, what way they were gonna go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, parts of it, I know there's certain areas. We were both, you and I were unsure who was going to get snow, who wasn't. I ended up with a little bit on the eastern South Shore. You maybe not as much, but yeah,
Yeah.
we did. We
Surprised
got
to
a
see
coating.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Yeah.
it's gone. That's it for this winter, right?
Well, there is a. It's not snow, but there is going to be a rainstorm coming Tuesday evening into Wednesday. Looks to be pretty heavy, but rain is what it is. So you'll be okay. Everything will be fine. And as we like to say, Candy, we're only about 2.5 months from the first day of spring. That's nothing.
Yes, keep reminding us.
That's
I think after
nothing.
yesterday, yeah, keep reminding us of that. I like that
It's
fact.
January 8th. In listen, in 2 weeks we're in the 20s of January, and then you're 2 months away. Like February, shortest month of the year. You're gonna snap your fingers. It's gonna be spring.
I like this way of
So
thinking.
I'm on the way to tennis yesterday. And by the way, I was very upset because my tennis buddy, right?
You
He,
have a
he,
tennis buddy?
you know my tennis buddy.
Oh, yes.
Nick, right? I told you, we bonded. Over tennis. Our daughters had lessons at the same time, and we've become tennis buddies, right? His daughter plays before Leah on Sundays, the hour and a half before her session, and he texted me that she was not feeling great and they weren't going to be there.
Oh,
He gave me a little heads up not to expect him. I was a little upset, but at
better
least I
she
got
stay home with germs instead of you spreading them all over Long Island.
that. But I did get the warning they wouldn't be there, so I was prepared for it.
Good,
Yeah,
because you're contaminated.
I'm fine. Listen, I'm good. I feel good. I'm dried up. I'm not
You're dried up all right.
I'm not blowing the nose anymore. I'm good to go. But to go back to the winter thing, we're driving to tennis yesterday, and it's about, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45, and it's still light out. And I say, Leah, you see that? I said, it's not dark at 4:30 anymore. It'll be dark at about 5 o'clock. I said, the days are getting longer. See, you gotta think positive,
I love this.
Yeah.
Give
It's
us
all
this
good.
every day.
All right. The
You're
positive
not
fathead.
positive every day.
You're right. You're right. I'm usually the one who's going to find the fault with somebody or an issue with something or be miserable at something. Where I understand, but I will try to bring the positivity in 2024.
Thank you.
Okay. Candy, we got a lot to get to. Your next Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment pops up about 8:12 or so. We got a special song coming up here at 7:30. Got some interesting articles for you. Maybe at 7:47 we'll discuss the predictions that are now 100 years old. What did they predict back in 1924?
I
would happen.
love to hear that.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll also talk a little bit about the younger generation living rebellious lives, and I'll tell you what that's all about. Yeah, we got a few things to get to here. We're going to be sunny and 43 when we get to the high today. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.